Hello everyone and welcome back to CraftersMC Skyblock. This is episode 11 and well, we have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that we got an update on Skyblock. It's added a bunch of new things that we are going to be checking out in this episode. But the bad news is that with the update came some bug fixes that fix some really fun bugs. And one of those bugs were watermelon and pumpkin seeds not needing water to grow, and as you can tell, it's fixed by none of our melon seeds being here. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue why they had to fix this bug, as it wasn't really that game breaking and it was more just like nice to have, but they fixed it, so we're gonna have to redo all of our melon farm and all of our pumpkin farm. Yeah, that's just gonna be a pain. The other bug they fixed, which I didn't even know it was a bug, I thought it was an intended feature, was enchanted bookshelves giving you speed. Before the update, when you would run on these, they give you like a ton of speed, and that was really useful for our cobblestone farm because then it would make us a ton faster when mining cobblestone. But they fixed it for some reason. I genuinely thought it was an intended feature, but apparently it was a bug. But that is all of the bad news out of the way. It's probably going to take us a long time to redo all of these farms. I honestly am thinking just taking them all apart and redoing them, which is kind of an insane project, but I think it'll be worth it. Now, before we start looking at what's new in this update, I've been kind of busy in between episodes, mostly to do with minions. We got the Revenant minion last episode, and this guy is actually so good. Since last episode, I've kind of just let him run, and I gave him a super compactor as well. And since then, we've gotten almost 5 stacks of enchanted rotten flesh. Keep in mind, this guy's only a tier 1 Revenant minion, so I think in the future, we definitely have to work on either upgrading this Revenant minion or like getting more of them, because like that's kind of insane. Ooh, that's rotten flesh level 9 as well. Nice. I also added an obsidian and coal minion to our farmland area because our mining area is completely filled up and these guys have been working a lot. I do wish we had an extra super compactor for this obsidian minion because it runs out of inventory space really quickly, but our coal minion has a regular compactor in it, and that, oh my goodness, that is actually so much coal. We also added another coal minion over here who I think has a super compactor and an enchanted lava bucket, and I think, yeah, he has a little bit of coal. That's actually kind of insane. And then as always, our ice minions have been working a ton as well. 2 enchanted packed ice blocks and 44 enchanted diamonds. That's not too bad. Oh wow, okay, so with all of our ice minions collected, that's 7 enchanted packed ice. We must be getting close to being able to craft a frozen blaze helmet. Oh, we're literally 2 enchanted packed ice away. We can probably actually get that in this episode. We'll probably worry about that later on though, and then the last minions that we have to check up on are our melon minions. That's 2 stacks of enchanted diamonds? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'd say we have a pretty decent amount of enchanted diamonds at the moment. Oh, also, I want to take some of this enchanted iron, and then I think, yeah, we have some enchanted coal as well. And we should be able to craft another enchanted lava bucket. Yeah, again, these increase the minion speed by 25% for an unlimited duration, so we definitely want to get a ton of these. We're actually getting pretty close to being able to craft another one as well, so that's pretty nice. We can throw this enchanted lava bucket in our Revenant minion to make him go even faster, and yeah, I think that is everything caught up, which means we can now finally take a look at this new update. I'm actually so excited. I know there wasn't too much added, but the stuff that was added, it looks pretty cool. So for the first new item, we actually have to head into our mining collections and check redstone, and in one of these tiers, okay, yes, at redstone level 9 we get the personal compactor 4000, and from what I've heard, this is a super compactor for our inventories instead of a minion's inventory. Oh, but it is a pretty painful thing to craft. It's 8 enchanted redstone blocks and a super compactor. Okay, that is super expensive. I don't even know if we have the resources to craft one of those. Either way, there are more tiers to it. There's the personal compactor 5000, which, yeah, is even more expensive, and then the personal compactor 6000, which yeah, no, that's just insane. And then finally at 1 million redstone collected, you get the personal compactor 7000, which is just way too much redstone. Oh my goodness. So yeah, these are pretty much just the same things as the super compactor. If you have enough resources in your inventory to craft an enchanted one, it will craft it, but there's different tiers because the 4000 4001, you can only have one item that is configurable, which I'm pretty sure just means we can only have like one item that gets turned into their enchanted form. And then with the 5001, you can configure 3 items, and I'm guessing it just keeps going higher and higher with the different tiers. So yeah, I don't actually know if that sounds too useful. It's also like really expensive. I do kind of want to try and craft one of them, although we are 3 enchanted redstone blocks short. It does look like they have a counterpart in the iron ingot collection if we can find it. Yeah, at iron ingot level 9, you get the personal deleter 4000, which I'm pretty sure just does the opposite. It deletes selected items on pickup. But again, that is like insanely expensive. I don't know if it's worth it. Oh, okay, we do actually have enough resources to craft one of those, but I don't really know if we want to. I can think of like a lot of uses for those items, but again, like I don't know if it's really worth it because they cost so much. Either way, I think the most exciting part of this update is if we check collections, there's actually a new collection in farming, and it is cocoa beans. And this is pretty exciting for a couple of reasons. If we teleport to the jungle park, I'm pretty sure we should be able to find cocoa beans on some of the jungle trees, but I'm not seeing any. Okay, so I've been running around for a good while, and I haven't been able to find a cocoa bean. Oh, there's a soul fairy here, nice. The patch notes say that they spawn on certain trees. I have no clue what that means, but I have not been able to find a single one. But I did just quickly grab 4 jungle saplings, and I think if we head back to our island, I want to try growing a huge jungle tree, and I'm hoping they have cocoa beans on it, and it doesn't look like it. Never mind. Oh wait, that is so satisfying. It goes all the— whoa, that's cool. It must be like super rare or something. I don't— why would they make it this rare? Okay, thankfully the farmer NPC actually sells them, so I guess we can buy them from here. And since we're gonna have to redo this entire melon farm anyways, I think we might as well just put our cocoa bean farm here. Then we can plant some cocoa beans, and I'm hoping— yes, we can bone meal them. That's nice. And just like that, there is our first cocoa bean collected, although it didn't unlock the farming recipe. Wait, what? Okay, I've let them grow without bone meal. Does this work? Oh, it does. Okay, there we go. Cocoa beans unlocked. Oh, okay, I just figured out what that meant. We can't actually bone meal cocoa beans to get more cocoa beans. Oh, that's painful. Either way, we do have the cocoa bean collection unlocked, and we can finally see what it has in store for us. Oh, there's a cocoa bean minion. That's actually really cool. Okay, we should probably go for that right away. And then it doesn't look like there's much. There's enchanted cocoa beans and— oh, enchanted cookie. I think I know what we're gonna be crafting. That is so cool. It looks like the only other thing that is in cocoa beans is the replenish enchant book. And this is pretty much the last big thing of the update. It actually brings the replenish enchant. I'm gonna guess this enchant goes on a hoe because upon breaking crops, netherwort, or cocoa, it automatically replants it from the materials in your inventory, which is actually so good. Like, this is not only going to be great for mining cocoa beans, but also for harvesting like pumpkins and stuff. Everyone said my potato farm was a waste of time, but now with this enchant, we can just go along, and I'm pretty sure it like just replants the potatoes behind us. So I think that's another big thing I would love to get in this episode, although it is unlocked at 50,000 cocoa beans collected. Now for a farm design, I'm wondering if we put water here— what? That doesn't make sense. Okay, so there goes that farm idea out of the window. I guess it's literally just gonna be us farming it like this. Hey, and there's cocoa bean level 1 already. Also, this just doesn't make sense. I don't know how they're floating. Either way, we do have a bunch of jungle wood, so I guess we're just gonna make like a huge farm or something. We can probably get rid of some of these melons because we're gonna have to at one point or another. Something like this should work, where we have like 2 long rows with cocoa beans on each side of the 2 rows. I think that should be like a decent amount of cocoa beans. And although it doesn't look the greatest, this should work very well. I've also let all of the cocoa beans just grow for a little bit, so we should be able to harvest a bunch of them. That's cocoa bean level 2 already. Since we have enough cocoa beans, we might as well just go and craft our first cocoa bean minion. And then we can pick up our obsidian minion because we really don't need obsidian at the moment. And then we can place down the cocoa bean minion. It's gonna be interesting to see how he like harvests stuff. Oh yeah, he takes 27 seconds in between actions. This is probably gonna take a while. I think we're gonna go and plant all of our cocoa beans. Also, it's gonna be so nice when we have the replenish enchant and don't have to replant all of these cocoa beans because this is painful. Also, as much as I do like a revenant minion having the enchanted lava bucket, I think we're actually gonna pick it up and put it in the cocoa bean minion. I don't know if this is gonna change it too much, but it's worth the try. So for now, I think we're just gonna go on a huge grind and get a bunch of cocoa beans because I really want to get the replenish enchant in this episode, or if we can't get that, at least get an enchanted cookie. And then I think while we wait for all of these cocoa beans to grow, we're also gonna start clearing out all of these melons because we have a bunch of work to do here. And after many hours, most of the melons have been cleared out and we've harvested way too many cocoa beans. We did just hit 50,000 cocoa beans collected, which means we have unlocked the replenish enchant book recipe. But I have come to realize that this is gonna take a lot of cocoa beans to craft because it costs 16 enchanted cookies, and a single enchanted cookie costs 2 stacks of enchanted cocoa beans, and we're currently sitting at 3.5 stacks, so I think that means we need about 30 more stacks, which is at least another like 500,000 cocoa beans collected, and I don't think we're gonna be able to do that in this episode, unfortunately. But what we can do is if we grab some wheat, hopefully we have some. Okay, I think this is like the first time I've ever had to harvest wheat on our island. And then with this wheat, I'm pretty sure we should be able to craft our first enchanted cookie. Oh my goodness. This has to go in like a museum or something. This is great. And we do still have a stack and a half of enchanted cocoa beans, and I left our cocoa bean minion overnight, and I actually put a super compactor in them as well. Oh, 35 enchanted cocoa beans. That's actually not too bad for like a level 1 minion. Let's collect all of these. And then with these extra enchanted cocoa beans, we can actually afford to craft another enchanted cookie, and I actually kind of want to sell this one on the auction house because for some reason the enchanted cookies are going for like 1.5 million coins, and that is a lot of money for a cookie. And since we're nowhere near getting the replenish enchant, we might as well sell this cookie, mostly because we literally have like 11,000 coins in the bank, and so getting over 1 million coins for just a cookie seems like a steal, so we might as well go for it. And I think the last thing we're gonna do with cocoa beans in this episode is actually upgrade our cocoa bean minion a ton so that we can get a lot more cocoa beans even if we aren't on the island. So there is cocoa bean minion level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and that is level 6, and that is all the cocoa beans we have for right now. I'm hoping between this guy and us just mining cocoa beans, we should be able to get the replenish enchant hopefully by the next episode. It is still gonna be a ton of grinding, but I think it's possible. I also kind of want to give this guy a diamond spreading upgrade as well, because I think just like the melon minions, this guy is gonna be really good for getting us diamonds. Now next up, I kind of want to work on getting enough enchanted packed ice to being able to craft a frozen blaze helmet, and I'm pretty sure if we collect up the ice from these ice minions and craft it all into enchanted packed ice, we should be able to craft at least 2 more enchanted packed ice, which brings our total up to exactly a stack of enchanted packed ice, which means we can finally craft the frozen blaze helmet. Oh my goodness, this has taken forever. And just like that, there is the Frozen Blaze helmet. Now again, this is pretty much just an upgrade to the Blaze armor. It pretty much just gives more like defense, I'm pretty sure, or something like that. Half of the stats are off of the screen right now, so I can't even tell. So yeah, we're 1/4 of the way there to being able to get probably one of the greatest armor sets in CraftersMC at the moment. But just this helmet took like a month of just all of these ice minions working, so I think it's probably gonna be a while before we get the rest of this stuff. The main reason we wanted to craft a helmet over like crafting maybe a chest plate is because this helmet is also gonna be really good with the Revenant armor. We crafted this in the last episode, and with the Frozen Blaze helmet, this set looks incredible together. But we didn't just get it for the looks, it will also give us a ton more strength, I think, as well. And I think I actually want to spend a little bit of time upgrading this Revenant armor, because with the more zombie kills we get, the more defense it gives us. We're currently at about 100 kills, and I think we want to go for at least 1,000 kills. I feel like that's something that's doable. And I mean, while we're at it, we might as well do like a tier 3 zombie just so that we can get more Slayer experience. And I guess all we gotta do now is kill a bunch of zombies. I don't know why, but it's actually kind of fun just going back and forth killing a bunch of zombies. But we should now hopefully be above, yes, 1,000 zombie kills, which gives us plus 90 defense, which is pretty good. And as we keep doing Slayers, we'll obviously keep leveling up even more. Now next up, I kind of just want to do a couple of small things. First off, I want to clear up the rest of the melons that are on this top layer right here. That's pretty much all of the melons gone. I still don't really know what I want to do with all of these farms, but I think we're gonna leave that for another episode. Next up, I want to quickly head over to the park and mine up a couple more jungle logs, because that is a jungle log, or forging, sorry, level 17. And apparently we just unlocked another achievement as well, which was skill mastery, and reached a level 20 average. And if we check our skills, yeah, our skills average is a level 20, which is kind of crazy. Oh, okay, there are cocoa beans to spawn here. I think the lobby that I was in earlier was just like so busy that everyone was getting cocoa beans immediately. But yeah, it looks like they do spawn here. I think they only spawn on like the beach part of the jungle zone. Next up, since we're in the park anyways, I actually want to take a quick trip to the Dark Oak zone, because if we head over to the campfire area over here, I kind of want to keep upgrading our campfire badge. And to do that, we have to talk to this Phoenix NPC, and to upgrade this badge, we actually have to stand in this campfire for a certain amount of time. And as this badge keeps getting upgraded, the damage that this fire does keeps going higher. Since the last time we've done this, we've gotten a bunch more health as well as the Wand of Mending, so I think we'll be able to upgrade this at least a couple more times. And to do it, we just hop on the fire here and hopefully don't die, although that is a lot of damage. But that is the first one complete. That's great. Oh, and that actually upgraded the badge's rarity. Oh, that's really cool. Next up is 185 damage a second. I don't know if we're gonna be able to complete this one. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be close. Oh yes, easy. And so that's campfire badge level 10. And next up is 240 damage. I really don't know if we're gonna be able to complete this, but let's try it. Oh yeah, no, so close. We were like 2 seconds off. So I think that's as good as we're gonna get for the moment. We're probably gonna need some armor like this or something to even get close to doing that. So yeah, I think that's gonna be all for right now. But we can actually keep working on our accessory bag if we head back to the island. And I actually kind of want to work on getting a couple more talisman. In the last episode, we unlocked the red claw talisman recipe, and it's actually pretty cheap. I think we just have to go and kill a wolf slayer. Let's just try an easy wolf. I think this should give us enough wolf tooths. And instead of killing the wolves over at the castle, I think we're gonna actually head back into the Dark Oak zone and head into the caverns here, because these actually spawn in wolves as well, which I think, yeah, they count towards the wolf quests. And also these wolves look a lot cooler than the ones in the castle. And with one more kill, the boss is going to spawn in. I kind of forget how much health they have. but I guess let's just go for it. Oh, okay, wait, 40,000 health. That shouldn't be too bad, and it looks like the bosses are actually fixed. In the last episode, these guys would not move at all, but yeah, it looks like that is pretty simple, and it gave us more than enough wolf tooths to craft the talisman. And I've actually just realized we don't actually have the enchanted bone recipe unlocked yet. I guess we don't really use bones, so there's no reason really to collect them, but we are now, so I guess we'll have to, I think we were only like 200 bones short, and that is bone level 5. That got us so much bones and gunpowder, and then we can now craft an enchanted bone, and then with our wolf tooths we should be able to craft the red claw talisman. We might as well also reforge it a couple of times and hopefully get, oh yeah, crit, that's actually really good. We can throw it in our accessory bag, and I think that's actually going to be all the time we have for this episode. In between episodes, we are going to be working on getting our cocoa bean collection up and hopefully being able to get the replenish enchant at least somewhat soon. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you all did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And other than that, I hope you all have an awesome rest of your day.